But tonight's big story is the return of coronavirus as it's being described. Let's tell you all that's happened related to the new strain of coronavirus that has hit the world and particularly the United Kingdom. A mutated variant of the virus detected in the UK has triggered fears globally. The new strain, according to health specialists, could be 70% more infectious, and it's believed to be driving the recent surge in COVID-19 cases in southern England, where a lockdown now has been put in place. Taking note of the new virus strain, India has decided to suspend flights to and from the United Kingdom. The ban comes into effect from Tuesday midnight, will last till the 31st of December. Till the ban takes effect, passengers from the UK will be subject to mandatory RT-PCR tests. The Union Health Ministry has held an urgent meeting to discuss the emergence of the new coronavirus strain in the United Kingdom. The Indian government has assured there is no need to panic and the situation is being monitored closely. Maharashtra, meanwhile, has imposed night curfew in all municipal areas. The curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. will start tomorrow, will remain in place till January 5. Institutional quarantine has been made mandatory now for passengers from Europe and Middle East for 14 days. Now, amidst the global worries, several nations, including Canada, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Austria, Italy, have announced restrictions to travel to and from UK. Other European countries are also announcing various forms of lockdown to ensure that the virus is under control. Let me go first straight across to London, where I'm joined by Dr. Vikram Talaulikar. Vikram is a doctor who's part of the Oxford vaccine human trial and is associate specialist, University College Hospital in London. Vikram, this complete sense of panic, what explains the panic that we are seeing in the United Kingdom at the moment?
Thanks for having me on the show, Rajdeep. I think we shouldn't panic. The first thing to say, we shouldn't panic because although we know that this particular strain of virus, which has got some important mutations around the spike protein, is more transmissible, so it's going to infect more people. At the end of the day, we are going to have to start with the same basic lockdown measures that we did around March or April. The good bit about the strain is it's not known to be more dangerous in terms of it's not known to cause a more serious illness or death. What we're trying to do here is keep the numbers low so that the healthcare system doesn't get overburdened. So there is a panic in general terms that there's the strain which is more transmissible. But again, we have to make sure that public don't get the wrong sort of message here. It's about following the basics to keep the numbers down so that less people are affected at a time. And on the other hand, we are in a race with the vaccine and getting more and more people to isolate, test and trace so that we keep the balance right and don't overburden the health system.
So what you're telling me, Dr. Talaulikar, is interesting. You're saying that the steps that are being taken in the United Kingdom at the moment are more in the nature of preventive steps to ensure that in some way we do not have a repeat of what happened 6 to 8 months ago. It is not as if this is a new, that this variant will necessarily be much more virulent. There is no evidence you're saying of that as yet. Am I correct?
Absolutely right. So we don't have evidence that this is more serious virus or this is particularly one that causes more deaths. All we know is that it can transmit from person to person more easily. And so therefore, what we're effectively trying to do is block the chain of transmission. The more people you isolate, the more people you put under lockdown within the reasonable limits of what you can do, the less the virus will have chance to spread. While you're trying to vaccinate others to again block the transmission. So it's that sort of a scenario right now.
One final question, Dr. Talaulikar. What you're saying then is that the vaccination drive will continue in the United Kingdom. How long, therefore, do we expect this lockdown to last?
Well, that's the difficult one to answer because this strain is new and we just now have sort of picked up that it's becoming the dominant and getting the cases rising up steadily. What we don't know is whether this will happen for some time and fizzle out because many mutations keep happening in the virus and it may be that this mutation eventually will fizzle out and may not cause the problems which we anticipate. But this is just a precaution. So it's really difficult to say what will be the finite time limit for lockdown. It might be few months. It's unlikely to be longer than that. It might be even shorter if, let's say, the immediate lockdown works over the next few weeks. The whole concept is just to take some precautionary measures now while we get the data, analyze what this virus strain is doing, whether it's actually as dangerous as we think it is, and buy some time so that the health system can prepare itself.
Dr. Talaulikar, as always, thank you very much for giving us a sense from London as to exactly just why the UK government and the health ministry and doctors are taking these steps there. Thanks very much. Stay well, stay safe, joining us there from London. The big question, of course, is this mutant of the virus really more deadly? Will vaccines work against the mutant? Is the mutant present in India? What curbs are really necessary? Just some of the questions I want to pose.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.